Good day, my little robins. It's me, Beth. Another week's passed, which means you get another video from, well, me here on this channel. And if you haven't already read the title, yes, I'm going back down the Japan rabbit hole. Today I am reacting to Broken by the Scream and the song Kirai or Kirai. You know, feel free to correct me in the comments on my pronunciation. This has actually been heavily requested from when I started reacting to like Japanese bands, so you know, I'm finally getting around to it. I don't know anything about this band, so you know, I'm going into this with a clear mind, and I hope to have my mind blown as my mind has been blown quite a lot recently, so hopefully this is another mind-blowing song. Before we begin, if you want to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. Enough rambling, let's just dive straight into Broken by the Scream. Let's press play. of unsure, you know, where that song was going to end, because it had an end and then it went a little bit intense. Okay, this song and this band probably best encapsulate what people think when they listen to like my numerous like playlists. Like I'll have like the soft, cute like pop songs, and then like scattered will be like that guttural, like like thrashy, like metal music that completely takes people by surprise. This band encapsulates my music taste down to a T. From what I've read on Google, whenever this band has been interviewed and have been asked to characterise their sound, they always seem to say they are a screaming metal idol unit. And quite frankly, I understand the screaming, the metal, and I kind of know a little bit about idol culture to be like, okay, yeah, that probably perfectly like describes what I just had, what that assault was. Like clearly for me, the focus that I want to talk about were those dueling, unclean like growl vocals, because that's very unusual, because normally in a band you will have like a singer who does the cleans, a singer that does like the growls and uncleans in Europe and in the West, and like in Japan they all seem, when they've got multiple people, when they've got multiple members who sing, like still from other bands, like if you're gonna, you either have one main one who does cleans and you know the uncleans, or like they all share responsibilities, but dueling unclean vocalist is definitely something that took me by surprise, and I couldn't get my head around it when I was watching it, because I was just like, what? You kind of had like the more guttural, like I would say one of them was like more like guttural, like more intense, and then like the other one was intense but it was like a little bit softer. It was a softer like unclean, and so those two like combined, and then like you kind of like break into like the clean like poppy bit like verses and like the chorus, and you kind of like, okay, this is like a weird like mishmash, and it kind of works because it's Japan, so of course it works. Like Japan is like impressing me, that's what I'm gonna say, is like I listen to a lot of bands in like Europe and the West that have a lot of unclean growl vocalists, and Japan has some very hard hitters when it comes to like unclean vocals, and that's what I'm discovering, that it seems to be a lot of girls can like scream and like growl on the same level as like some guys who have probably been doing this for years, and that blows my mind because they are so, just like the whole package of the band was very cute. You know, they had the in sync like dancing cute faces, they were having the time of their lives on stage, and then when those lights and like like the breakdown kicked in, it was like and the band, I don't really know what to say about the band, because it kind of feels like baby metal-esque, where you have the three vocalists and then you had the band in the background, you know, doing the drums and the guitars, and it was kind of the same here. Like the band members were not playing their instruments. Love Bites, they played their own instruments, and in other bands that I've reacted to, most of them have played their own instruments, whereas, you know, Broken by the Screen kind of remind me more of baby metal, in the sense that you have the vocals and then you have a separate band in the background. The band aren't really the focus, it is the vocals, and it was like the show and like the entertainment, and you can clearly tell from the crowd that they were loving it. So, yes, 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 yes. This was recommended by you guys, and you guys have been doing so good recently here on this channel. You know, keep it up and keep recommending me insane songs, whether it's, you know, from Japan or like the West. I'm open to pretty much any song. If I had to give, you know, this video and the song a rating out of 10, guys, it is getting an 8 out of 10, because 8 is great here on the channel. Don't come at me in the comments like, why didn't you give it a 9 or a 10? Your mind seemed to have been blown. I didn't really, that's the only one issue I have, like when you've got the band separate to the vocals, is that it kind of disjoints slightly from the whole experience of like enjoying the moment. So I was a bit disjointed between the band and the vocals, which is why it's getting an 8. These girls, this band, 8. Yes, in the comments below I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on the song, the video, the band. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Sound off. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion here on this channel, and trust me, some of you guys have opinions. you want to, you know, see me react to anything in the future, comments is the place to go. Let's just wrap up this video. If you want to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist, depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, I'm Beth. Keep listening to good music. Goodbye.